Hey guys, so I'm here at my rental property and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about my plan to become a millionaire within 10 years. Really 5 to 7 years, but I'm gonna say 10 years to be humble and to be a little more conservative, all right? So first things first, if you're new to this channel, I am married, I'm in my 20s, I am a parent to my son, and I'm going to be a mom of two. Top of the year, I am giving birth to my baby girl, and ever since family planning and getting married and growing my family, I have become way more intentional about what my future self looks like, what retirement looks like, and setting my kids up for a more fruitful or resourceful future. And so you guys know we own our townhouse that we are currently renting out. We absolutely love our tenant, and we have this Airbnb. So we bought this house 8 months ago, and the Airbnb is doing amazing. But we made a very big sacrifice with moving back in with my parents. And I moved my whole family back in. So it's myself, my husband, my 3-year-old, and our dog Cartier. And the plan originally, to be transparent with you guys, was just for us to get out of debt. So we agreed that as soon as we get out of debt, we would go ahead and buy our dream home, and we would, keep it going from there. So we were just using my parents' house as just a stepping stool for us to be able to clean up our credit, make sure we have money set aside to buy our next property, and kind of just live the American dream. Guys, the Lord himself, about to get so deep. Hold on, I'm trying to think of what I feel comfortable sharing. I just feel like the Lord has just given me vision and certainty and the confidence to know that we are going to be millionaires. We are going to be the first in our families to own multiple properties, own multiple businesses, become financially free, for our children to go to college and graduate with no student loans, for us to be extremely well traveled, to own property overseas on islands. I mean, God has given my husband and I the vision, and we are at this point. My husband is now 30 and I am 28. We're at this point now where we are sacrificing so much in this season in order to make sure that that vision that we have for our lives and what we wholeheartedly believe the Lord has brought us together for. And it's deeper than just money, guys. But I'm going to stay on topic for this video. And we're making those sacrifices now. So I wanted to share some of those sacrifices. I also wanted to share our strategy and what we are currently doing and the path that we're on, because I don't feel like enough millennials are talking about it. And you guys know I preach this all the time. We see so many millennials making so much money online, and I'm not seeing anyone invest in their future. I'm not seeing anyone set themselves up for retirement. I'm not seeing enough Black parents really putting money aside for their children's future outside of life insurance. I want to make sure that my children are able to live a fulfilled life and have options and have resources, and see that mom and dad really thought of us way back then without us having to die in order for them to experience the benefits of our hard work and our hard labor our entire lives. So first things first. Yes, Momo?
What are you doing?
I'm making a video, my baby.
You didn't really see me making that statement.
Mommy's almost done, okay? That means you can play, all right? All right, I love you. So first things first, we had to decrease our expenses and increase our income simultaneously, okay? So there's no way you are going to save more, invest more without more money. But then there's also no way that you are going to obtain more and own more without credit, without the funding, right? Without saving. So the biggest sacrifice we made, of course, was moving back with my parents. We also only have one car, so now we only have the Tesla. I highly recommend an electric car if you guys can, because we save so much money avoiding going to the gas station, of course. And so we also pulled my son out of school. Now this one is completely up to you guys. I don't really want to push this too much. But I was able to save $1,700 a month by pulling our son out of Montessori school. And I'm pretty transparent, guys. I'll share numbers. I don't mind. So yes, now we are homeschooling, and I just want to say, if you want a better education than public schooling for your children, you're going to have to pay. If you put them in private school, Montessori school, or any type of charter school, whatever, you're going to pay financially. And then if you homeschool like we are doing, you are going to pay with your time. So either way, you're making that sacrifice. So yes, we are fully homeschooling our son, and that is going to be a little temporary, you know, maybe for just like, he's in pre-K right now. So probably till he's like in second grade, you know, third grade, we'll go ahead and put him in private school. So the second thing, and this is such a sad statistic, but it's the truth. And I feel like this number may have changed after inflation and just everything going on here in the US, but your average American cannot afford a $2,000 emergency. I have been here, and this is very real. I mean, once we bought our first house, our son was going to private school. You know, we had our luxury cars. After we paid our mortgage, our phone bill, tuition, getting our hair done, our nails done, you know, just your household bills, and then paying for your car insurance or your car note and your phone bill. I mean, could we had afford a $2,000 emergency without using credit? Probably not, and that was an issue for me. So the biggest thing is to start building our emergency fund. So now making sure that each of us individually have about $2,000 to $5,000 just sitting in an account. For us, it's a high yield savings account with Amex, but just making sure that we have money put aside again for a rainy day. Okay, so we have decreased our expenses, increased our income, built up an emergency fund. Now we want to start saving 10 to 15% of our income. Now this one is big. To be able to save 10 to 15% of each and every check, guys, that's a lot of sacrifice. For me, that looked like not getting my hair done, not getting my nails done, not eating out as much, not shopping on Fashion Nova, unsubscribing from DoorDash, and what's the other one? Uber Eats. You know, now every single time I get paid, that money automatically gets transferred into a savings account, again, a high yield savings account. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm only doing 10% right now, right? But eventually you do want to go ahead and get up to 15% of your income. This is such a big one because this money you can also start investing in the stock market, and this is a new one. This is like the next baby step that I'm on. By the way, I highly recommend checking out Dave Ramsey's 7 Baby Steps. What I'm sharing and his way of doing things kind of go hand in hand. So first you do you pay off all of your debt, then you build that emergency fund, then you start saving, then you invest in stocks, and blah blah blah. It keeps on going. So don't forget, guys, so I opened up an account with Schwab, and I have the app, and it's a lot of fun putting money into the stock market and picking the different stocks that you want to use. I have a little cheat code because my husband works in finance. He is a financial analyst. And so just a reminder that it's $7,000 to max out your Roth IRA every year. So that's not even like $1,000 a month for the entire 12 months, you know. So if you guys can, you know, even like when you get tax money back, or when you just get your what is that in college, your refund check, you know, if you get any type of big check, I highly recommend maxing out your Roth IRA. That's something that we are definitely doing, because the biggest thing is that we want to take control of our present finances to be able to prosper in our future with our finances. So for my husband and I, we talk a lot about what retirement looks like. We're just in this stage right now, guys, where we're just trying our best to buy as many assets as possible while we're young. But in order to do this, you also have to continue increasing your income. And guys, this is why I say this is so important. So let me give you guys an example within my life. I have this YouTube channel. I get paid from TikTok. I have my digital products. I offer one-on-one coaching sessions. I offer social media management freelancing. I train and recruit other social media managers with my online program. I make a lot of money online. A lot of my products and services are digital. But this summer, I am going to be starting a brand new business, which is another stream of income, where this business is a little more faceless. That business will be my bread and butter. It'll take a lot of manpower and a lot of like physical work. But within my 9 to 5, you guys know I've been a corporate social media manager for 8 years now. And so climbing up that corporate ladder, changing jobs and jumping from job to job every 2 to 3 years to be able to get more salary, negotiate my schedule, 100% work remotely. Yes, baby. You cold? Here, take this blanket. That's gonna be some of the sacrifices that I need to make. And so you guys know we have this Airbnb. We collect rent from our townhouse. You know, we are just, my husband does taxes, and we're just trying our best to fit in other streams of income. That way we can invest more, we can save more, we can remain out of debt, and we can start buying more assets, buying more businesses, buying more inventory, buying more products. What can we buy that we can sell over and over again? Or what can we own that we can rent out? That's a big one for me. This Airbnb has taught me that I really... Hold on, y'all. What's my baby daddy texting me saying? Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let's take some pics of the new front from Ring Camera to add as well. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. This Airbnb has just taught me that when you own things, you can rent them out to people who would want to use it temporarily, right? You can charge for people to borrow the things that you own. And so I'm just thinking of different business models that I'm able to take advantage of while we're working 100% remotely. And that's it. And thank God, what a time to be alive, guys. We are at a time where we can make an unlimited amount of money on the internet. Of course, you have to build a brand, you have to be consistent, and you have to have a really good product. But once you develop a really good product and you learn a little bit about content marketing, you can absolutely do it. And so I'm just at a place in my life right now where I am not worried about keeping up with our peers. I'm not worried about getting my dream home. I'm not really worried about showing so much of like me traveling or having the nicest car or all of these like materialistic things. I'm just so focused right now on just setting up myself and my children's future. Even now, having a second child, guys, that means that I'm going to have even less time to be able to physically go to work, to be able to spend all of my time just making money. Because before I became a mom, my only responsibility was just making money, right? Providing for myself. But now that I have a family, You know, I'm learning, living in the suburbs as well. If you're new here, I'm from North Philly. I'm even learning how so many kids, this is a whole different YouTube video, guys, but like there's so many kids that can't go to the schools that they desire. They can't travel. You know, they don't have that financial support to be able to have options when it comes to their education, even if it's not college, even if it's just a trade school or studying abroad or investing in their own businesses, in their own ideas. You know, even if my son decided he wants to be an engineer, like a music engineer, and my daughter needs a new Mac laptop, like I want to make sure that money is just not the one factor that's hindering them. You know, that while I'm young and I'm healthy and I'm able, that I'm actually putting my money to work and I'm making it count. I'm making it count. Now, there is a very distinguished balance between making memories and making money. You know, I want to make sure I say that. But I think so far we've created a really good balance, and I just thought it was important to share that because I think we watch so many travel vloggers and we watch so many YouTubers and so many content creators, you know, on brand trips and traveling the world and, you know, these beautiful big houses. But how many of them are going to have a safety net when they get older? You know, how many of their children are going to reap the benefits from their hard work before their parents actually die off? So I know that was a little deep, but it's reality. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know how you guys feel about topics like this. But yes, that is our strategy for us to, and I don't want to say become millionaires, but to become financially free and live our best lives and take care of our future selves now. And in order to take care of your future selves, you have to get in control of your present self. Your habits, your discipline, your sacrifices, your mindset. How much are you feeding yourself? What are you learning? You know, what's the group that you hang around? And I will say, guys, I'm starting to hang around very wealthy people. And I think that's why my mindset is changing so much. I think that's why I am so obsessed with like the future me and setting my kids up, is because I'm hanging around people that's done it. I'm hanging around people where their children went to college all 4 years, no college debt. I'm hanging around people who have been in business for 10, 15, 20 years plus, and they're literally enjoying their money. They're enjoying their time. They're retiring early. They're living their best lives in their 40s and in their 50s, you know? And I'm like, okay, what can I do now in order to get there? You know, what sacrifices can I make right now? And don't get me wrong, you know, some days it does get extremely uncomfortable at my parents' house, but I just have to remember that I own 2 houses, you know, I'm healthy, my marriage is healthy, we're happy, all we need is each other. And I'm praying to God that these years fly by and that one day, oh, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna cry. One day I'm on stages just talking about these sacrifices that I made in my 20s and in my early 30s in order to build the woman and the legacy that I'm going to leave, you know, in the future. So I know future me is going to think that this little time period right now that feels so uncomfortable was a breeze, that it just went so quick, and it was the start of my legacy. It was the start of my fortune. It was the start of my story. You know, that one day your children are going to interview me. I'm going to be on their podcast. They're going to call me the GOAT, and everyone is going to be like, God damn, that bitch said she was going to do it, and that bitch fucking did it. That's a badass bitch. I hope that's what y'all say about me when I'm an old lady. That's all I want to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.